What are we doing here? Do you know what she's doing?
What is the point of all this? Why are we here? Speak up.
Let's settle down. So recently, I wanted to check the old accounts here. But then I realized we had a problem. Some here have been lazy with their work, opposing me behind my back. Last night I received some advice that I should punish those people. If they learn their lesson well, then they'll never disobey me again. But I don't think I'm capable of being cruel like that. My methods will be different. We'll work together. In 5 groups, you'll check 14 years of books. When you come across a questionable entry, just write it down on the paper there. But if I find out that a group's ledger does not tally up, your salary will be taken away from you. The Treasury has a total of 70 years of ledgers. So if we work together, we can check all of them within a single day. While we work, you are not allowed to leave the main hall, or else. Okay, let's get to work.
Madam, you said that we can't leave the main hall. But what about our lunch and dinner?
Today, work is more important than food. If you don't finish this, you're going to starve. Listen, I'm the same. If I don't finish, then I will starve as well. I'm leading by example. Linglong, is that fair?
Of course, madam.
Oh no! I'm sorry. Please spare my life. I'm sorry. Please spare me.
Look at what you did. You deliberately spilled ink over the book so Madame Lu wouldn't find out.
No, I didn't.
You think you can lie to Madame Lu? Madam, this maid has to be punished quickly.
Enough. It's no big deal. Don't make a fuss. Linglong, dry the book out in the yard.
What?
Even with the ink, once it dries, you can read it in the sunlight.
But madam...
Enough! The book's really old. She wasn't here then. How could she be covering up her tracks if she wasn't around then?
Thank you for sparing me.
All right, this matter is over now. But you must pay the price for what you did. Okay, I'll have you draw water for them for 3 days.
Yes, madam. I will do a good job.
Get up. Today, the task you're doing is not a punishment. I just want to know what sort of assets exist in this division. I know, the ledgers are a big mess and there's a deficit. But that's why we have to sort all of this out now. It's like a bad pimple that keeps growing. It hasn't become full-blown yet, but it will happen one day. We know, the process is painful. But once it's popped, it will begin to heal. And I'm promising all of you, no matter what we find here, I won't make this hard. All we're doing today is our job. It's not a punishment. Also, the group which finishes work first will get 2 gold taels. Second place will get 1 tael. And third place will get a quarter tael.
That's great.
What? Not enough?
Oh, no, not at all.
Thank you, madam.
What I have said today applies to you too. You'll stop causing trouble.
All right.
All right.
Madam, why are you here?
I came to see how you've been showing your authority.
Madam.
I'm surprised that you're quite good at being the boss.
Well, I learned from you on what I should do.
Oh, don't flatter me. I never rewarded you with taels of gold.
When I managed a store, I used this tactic, and it worked. The employees had motivation to work. They did a great job. It's a shame that I will lose some gold from this, but I suppose it's worth it if it will motivate these girls.
I think you made the right choice of working at the treasury. I was a little worried you couldn't cope.
It's fine. I can manage.
Just try not to push them too hard. Try not to let the other divisions find out. That might not be wise.
Thanks for the advice.
Madam, it's now midnight. Also, I heard that you were ill recently. Why don't I go to the kitchen and get you some food?
No.
It might...
I said before that no one will eat until we have finished.
But madam, even if you're fine, please think about your maids.
How much have we done?
We've done 80%.
My word is my bond. But you've made a fair point too. And at this rate, one of them might faint soon. All right then. You and Linglong get some goat milk for them.
Thank you, Madam Lu.
Madam, you should drink too.
Leave it. I'm fine.
Madam, why must you do this?
I'm really okay. I'm letting them drink so they don't fall ill. But I have to keep my own promise.
This is so good.
Hey, Linglong, why aren't you drinking the goat milk?
From now on, whatever she does, I'll do too. In Mingguang's third year, there was a shortfall of 50 taels of gold, and in the fourth year, as you said before, a jade earring went missing, but it was verified later that it was broken by the next princess. As for Huang Jian's pure gold, please forgive us, madam. The 40 grams left over had been shared among a few maids and myself. I'm so sorry.
I'm just pleased that you're honest. I won't pursue what happened before, but don't ever steal from the treasury again. I want this place to be transparent and honest. If you remember this, I'll help you top up the shortfall.
Thank you for sparing us. Madam, Ling Lang and I were disrespectful to you before. Please forgive us. From now on, both of us will treat you with such loyalty. Please believe me.
All right. I used to be a palace maid too. I know it's hard, and I'll try to be fair too. So, we checked the books, but how will we top up all the deficit?
Madam, please don't worry. The deficit might be high, but we found a couple items when we checked the inventory. We don't know when we received them, madam, as there aren't any records, but they all seem to be rather valuable.
Really? Amazing. We'll use them to top up the deficit. As for the missing ornaments, we'll get replacements for them soon.
Huh? Madam! Madam!
Why can't you look after yourself? Don't be so reckless. You fainted after 2 days of working there. If people find out, they'll laugh at you.
Wow, you've become such a nag now you're the head maid. I wonder who it was that slipped and fell right into the mud when she commanded her maids to scour the pond.
So I made a bad mistake. You know how clumsy I am. Hey, you put me in charge of everything. You insisted I be the head maid.
Yeah, but don't be lazy. Even a clumsy duck will be able to find the pond if it knows which path to take.
Sister, ducks taste really good. And after it's eaten prawns, just trust me, they're even tastier.
Fine, just forget it. Also, my suffering has been worth it. After this incident, all those maids won't be opposing me again.
I guess your tactics were good.
Greetings, madam.
You, leave us.
Yes.
So you checked all the accounts. At your division, then?
Yes.
You've done quite well. In just 2 days. You won them over. They respect you. I'm surprised that you're this good at coming up with schemes.
Madam, that's not true. I didn't mean to...
What's wrong? I was praising you. Did you know there's been many of us since the creation of North Qi? But Xu Linghan was the only female official from the former dynasty who could discuss imperial affairs with male officials.
Was it because she was a child of the Xie?
Wrong. It's because the others were incompetent. They just cared about the harem. They were only fit for cosmetics. We have female officials, not just to promote high-ranking maids, but to find talented women in the palace to serve our country. It's a shame that the ones I have met only know how to fawn upon the higher-ranking madams, or how to safeguard their own authority. Only you are smart with a patient mind. You've impressed me. You can be really ruthless. I know that you are worthy of my teachings.
Madam, I don't think I'm ruthless.
As I said, I'm praising you. I'm glad you're ruthless. You have to be in your role, or you won't get far. Zhuge Liang was a wise prime minister, and he set up Zhou Yu without blinking an eye. Zhao He of Han was virtuous. However, Han Xin had still died in his arms. Great officials have all had to live with the blood on their hands. Lu Zhen, all the methods you've used recently have been very effective. So, from this day onwards, I'm going to teach you well. If you can learn from my methods, then I can assure you, you'll soon be on equal footing with Lo Qingjiang.
Madam, you're mistaken. I'm not thinking that far.
Oh? Are you sure? Have a think and come back to find me. But listen, you have to think carefully. Don't you really want to become the ruler of the harem? Don't you want to prove to us that you're better than the men in the court and discuss politics like they do? Lu Zhen, I know what's inside your heart. I know you better than you do.
Sister. She's nuts, huh?
She isn't. She's wise.
She has won their trust in a very short space of time.
I heard that Lu Zhen had punished all the maids by not letting them eat. I thought the whole place would be in chaos. But I went there and saw that it was fine. Even the head maid, Ling Long, respects Lu Zhen now.
Isn't she shrewd? I wonder who's been advising her. Recently, Prince Changguang found a very large deficit in the revenue accounts.
That's right.
And since those have been checked, maybe the others should be checked too. A good job for all of the 6 divisions.
I get it. The divisions involving money are mostly managed by Madame Lo, huh?
In this world, there's no such thing as perfect accounts. Soon I will ask for a decree, so all the accounts can be checked. Or else Lo Chin Chang might think that we're causing her trouble.
The decree says that the Internal Affairs will be working with the Ministry of Revenue from this day onwards to check accounts. That's all.
Understood.
You know how to check the accounts. I'm sure your division can handle what's needed here. I'll give you 4 hours to check all your accounts and report to us. If there's a fault, then it's on you.
You don't need to worry about that. All the ledgers have already been sorted. You can take them now. That Wang Xuan is evil. But it's no surprise that she made this decree. So, what's the update?
Well, the accounts division is missing 10,000 taels. And in the kitchen, they're missing some rice and charcoal. But that's okay.
And the treasury?
They're good. They had no problems. Lu Zhen had their accounts checked. Even the senior officials in the Ministry of Revenue praised her division's work. They were great. And I believe Madame Wang wanted to cause trouble for her. She checked Lu Zhen's work, but couldn't find a single mistake.
Good. That Lu Zhen has truly made me proud. Write a petition. Tell His Majesty about Lu Zhen. Make sure that you praise her a lot. If His Majesty ends up rewarding Lu Zhen, then my faults will disappear. If Consort Xiao intervenes, she can't snatch away my hard work.
By the mandate of heaven, His Majesty decrees that Lu Zhen of the Treasury Division is smart and alert. She'll be given 2 jeweled belts and 50 taels of gold for the work that she's done. That's all.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
You may rise. Lu Zhen, not only are you a porcelain expert, but you're also good at management.
You flatter me. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
All right. Stop being so modest. I gave the white vase you made for me to the empress. She loved what you did and wants to reward you. But I would love a few more items made. Do you think you could make them?
Just tell me what you'd like.
I would love to spend this time with you now, but I have to speak to the Ministry of Works. Do this. Follow Yunfu next door, and there, someone will tell you what I want made. Remember them.
Yes.
Madam, wait here for a moment. Someone will join you soon.
Thank you, Yuanfu.